beautiful, and welcome back to another video.
I bet if I give all my love, then nothing's gonna tear us apart.
Today is a highly requested video. I'm very happy to even be filming this because there was a time where I would have labeled myself lazy, unproductive. I would have described myself as having a hard time being consistent with anything. Those are the types of words I would use to describe myself. Today, I like to describe myself as healthy, as productive, as a highly motivated person, as a gracious person, as a friendly person, as a caring person. These are all kind of words I would use to describe myself. And it's not without a lot of trial and error in figuring out what works for me so that I can get everything that I need to get done. And that is what this video is all about. So if you've never seen my face before, hello, my name is Jasmine. I create a lot of content on how to glow up, how to become your best self. So if that sounds like something you're focusing on this year, you're focusing on you this year, go ahead, hit the subscribe button. If you want to become part of the Glow Girl family, hit the join button for all of the benefits. Like this video, it tells the algorithm this is a good video and it recommends it to other women just like you on their glow up journey. And comment something down below. You know we love talking in the comment section. So I feel like the past couple videos that I've been making, glow up diaries, sit down videos like this, have really been centered around this idea of exiting your lazy girl era. I would highly recommend you going and watching that video, exiting your lazy girl era. I just posted a video on a mid-year reset. Even if it's past the middle of the year, whenever you're watching it, that video has a ton of tips that I think are important for your glow up journey. And I kind of wanted to round out this kind of mini series or topic discussion with just a video on time management, how to maximize your day, how to be that productive woman I know that you are. I'm going to split this video up into two parts. The first part is going to be mindset shifts that you're going to have to make, things that you're going to have to keep in mind. I would argue that this is one of the most important parts of the video, and the second part of this video can't happen if the first part of this video doesn't happen. The second part is going to be actual action step, things that you can do today, that you can implement today to exit your lazy girl era, maximize your time, and get everything that you need to get done on your glow up journey. I recommend you get your notepad out, get a little mocktail, a little cocktail, whatever you need, sit down. This is going to be a very good video. So I hope you enjoy this, girl, and let's get into it. Let's talk about the mindset. Let's talk about your mindset around motivation, around productivity, around time management, and everything like that. Now, it's easier said than done for me to just be like, switch your mindset, switch your mindset, switch your mindset, switch your mindset. It's easier for me to say that. It's like, okay, well, actually, how do I do that? The first thing you need to do is you need to stop telling yourself that you are lazy. Stop telling yourself that it's hard for you to stay motivated. Stop telling yourself that you can't be consistent. Affirmations work both ways, both positive and both negative. Very logically, why is it so easy for you to tell yourself such negative things about yourself that are ultimately going to hurt you and almost be a self-fulfilling prophecy, rather than tell yourself good things, affirm yourself, and align your actions to the good things that you're telling about yourself? If it is so easy for you to say that you are lazy, if it is so easy for you to switch your identity to this lazy, unmotivated person, for you to constantly mentally affirm yourself and then sit on the couch and not do what you're supposed to do, ultimately to your detriment, then it's going to be just as easy as you to say that you are a motivated person, that you do get stuff done, to affirm yourself in that way and to align your actions to the person that gets stuff done. The first thing you need to stop saying in your vocabulary today is lazy, unmotivated, or inconsistent. Throw it out of your vocabulary. The moment your brain even starts to think like, I just can't stick to something, immediately your brain should switch to, I'm trying my best. And if I do one thing, get myself 1% further, then I've done a good job today. Because your brain cannot distinguish what is reality and what it's not. It can only distinguish what you're telling it. Eventually your reality will catch up to it. If you're telling it that it's lazy, that it's unmotivated, it's going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. Okay, let me do things to kind of reinforce what I'm telling myself. The second thing that I want you to become aware of, and I need you to really listen to me, you are not lazy. You are not unmotivated. If anything, I would argue you are incredibly consistent. It's just that you are bored or you don't want to do it, period. Actually not rocket science. Because here's the thing, if you are sitting on the couch, if you are not doing the thing that you're supposed to be doing, if your days are going by and you're not accomplishing the things that you want to accomplish, you are actually being consistent with that. You are consistently sitting on the couch. You are consistently not doing that thing that you want to do. You know what consistency looks like at the end of the day. It's just the fact that you don't want to do it or that it bores you. I'm just gonna use a gym because it's the easiest thing to do. And I'm going to use a personal anecdote. For me, it is so incredibly hard for me to go to the gym. It is so hard, like the physical gym with physical weights in it. I got a personal trainer and everything, and my personal trainer is so amazing and incredible and just fantastic. I love her. If you love the gym, I'll include her information down below. But I'm finding it hard to actually show up to my personal training sessions, to actually go to the gym. And I took a step back, and it's because I don't want to go, period. Whereas I will gladly book a 6 a.m. Pilates class. I will gladly book a yoga class weeks in advance. It's not hard for me to do that because I actually want to do that. And I kind of had to take a step back and be like, okay, what do I want to accomplish at the end of the day? I just want to move my body and I want to feel stronger. I don't have to go to the gym to accomplish that action. I need to shift my mindset and still keep that move my body at the end of the day, but maybe change it into something that I actually enjoy doing and testing out things. Maybe I go for a walk. That's still moving my body. I see how that feels. I kind of found that boring. Okay, the next day I signed up for a Pilates class. You know what? I really liked that. I loved waking up in the morning. I loved putting on my cute Pilates set. I love how that made me feel. I kind of want to go back tomorrow. Do you see how I'm still moving my body? But instead of being inconsistent because it's not the gym, instead I switch it to Pilates and all of a sudden I want to go. It is truly your mindset in playing in to what you actually want to do. Not that you're inconsistent. I can be so consistent at Pilates and I can be incredibly inconsistent about going to the actual gym. All in your mindset. Third thing I'm going to mention with mindset is define your version of productivity. Kind of plays into what I was just talking about. Productivity does not look the same for everybody. We're all completely different people. And two, we all have completely different schedules and responsibilities and obligations. Why would some random influencer on YouTube's 5:30 a.m. morning routine make you feel like you're not productive? They don't have a 9 to 5. They might not have a kid like you. They might not have other responsibilities. Don't use that 5:30 a.m. wake up, meditate, go to the gym. Don't use that as your baseline for productivity. You have got to adjust to your specific life. And I say that to say is I made a video and I basically said, for me personally, I am super productive in the morning and I'm super productive at night. Those are my two peak productivity. I feel like my day takes a dip around like 3 or 4 p.m. No matter how much sleep I get, no matter what I eat, just no matter if I slept the entire morning, it does not matter. Around 3 or 4 p.m., I get tired every single time. That's just my body's natural rhythm. And you know, I would watch these productivities, these healthy and productive vlogs, and I would see them go all day long. And I would be like, I am not like that. I must be lazy. I must not be productive. I'm getting inspiration and I really do want to do that, but it's just impossible for me. I will get tired around 3 or 4 p.m. Instead of calling myself lazy, instead of calling myself not productive, instead, I reframed my productivity. Instead, I do wake up a little bit earlier. I do work out in the morning. I do get a lot of my work done from like 8 or 9 a.m. to like 1 p.m. And what I did is I built into my schedule rest time, a nap time, a time for scrolling on my phone around 3 or 4 p.m. I built that into my schedule. Later on at night when my productivity does pick up, that's when I'm planning the next day, when I'm doing a self-care night. I started leaning into my natural productivity levels and my natural productivity cycles, and I stopped shaming myself for it. I started to again reaffirm myself. I am super productive in my own way, period. I am super productive. I'm a productive person. I'm a healthy person. And just because I take a nap from 3 to 4, just because I scroll on my phone for an hour, just because I just rest in the middle of the day does not make me lazy or unmotivated. Now, this is just what works for me. Maybe you work a 9 to 5. Maybe it's more helpful that you follow influencers that show you their 9 to 5 and are realistic and authentic with that 9 to 5. Maybe that's who you draw inspiration from and little tips and tricks from their life because it more aligns to what you are experiencing. The fourth and final mindset shift that I want you to make is affirming yourself. Affirming yourself is so important because, like I said, because it creates a more positive self-concept, and in your subconscious, it creates a more positive environment, which is so incredibly important on your globe journey. For me, I like to personally listen to positive affirmations on my way to the gym. You can listen to positive affirmations while you're brushing your teeth, while you're making your morning coffee, whatever it might be. I think actually physically hearing positive affirmations, and even if you want to take it a step forward, verbally repeating those positive affirmations are so important. For me personally, I listen to Habits of a Goddess. It is one of my favorite podcasts ever. I've talked about them a million times. They've been included in a million Globe Diaries. It's really aligned to the healthy and productive and motivated soft life woman that I want to become. Other ways that you can affirm yourself is simply going on Pinterest and looking at affirmations. See what really speaks to you. Maybe you create a digital vision board. Maybe you print them out. Maybe you tape them to your mirror. Maybe you put them on a board. Affirming yourself is also giving yourself grace. The moment you start to be like, oh, I missed this morning's workout. I didn't keep my promise to myself. I suck. I'm not motivated. I didn't keep my promise to myself. How about instead, girl, that was just the morning. I have a whole day. If I want to go on a 15-minute walk and I want to habit stack and I want to listen to a podcast or listen to an Audible, then the day is not wasted. Maybe I take an evening workout class. I've never done that before. Let's try it out. Maybe I pull up a 20-minute yoga session and I do it in my living room. That is giving yourself grace instead of sticking yourself in this negative mindset of like, I missed this, I'm not motivated, I'm lazy, whatever it might be. It's important to reaffirm yourself and constantly take those negative thoughts, not dismissing them, but just reframing them. Okay, so now I want to move to the second part of this video. And I mentioned the last mindset shift because I also feel like part of affirming this healthy and productive version of you that you are trying to be, exiting your lazy girl era, is physically affirming yourself through little micro habits. You know, when I look back on my globe journey, it's not like I did one big thing, one big mindset shift, and all of a sudden I was this productive person and I got everything done and I maximized my days. That's not what happened. I had little micro productivity habits that I instilled in my everyday life, and you know, I would try something out and it wouldn't work for me, and I would try something out and it did work for me, and I kept building on top of it. So I want to share some of the things that worked for me. I also want to share some of the things that I've, consumed in literature and podcasts and YouTube videos that might help you too. The first one I'm going to mention, and I'm just going to get it out of the way because I probably talk about it 50 million times because it is probably one of the most helpful things I've ever come upon, and it's called habit stacking. Now, the actual definition of habit stacking is basically when you take an action or a habit that you are already accustomed to doing and pairing it with a new habit that you want to form. It makes it a lot easier to stick. Like for instance, maybe you walk your dog every single day. Or maybe if you don't have a dog, you're really good about taking like a 15-20 minute walk every single day. Maybe you also want to include some more faith into your day. Maybe while you walk your dog or when you're taking your walk, maybe listening to a faith-based podcast, maybe listening to a sermon, listening to a daily devotional. So then, you're walking outside, you're getting fresh air, you're getting exercise, you're walking your dog, whatever it might be, but you're also pairing it by including something faith-based in it as well. I also like to call this using my in-between time. A lot of times I look at my day and I look at the 50 million things that I have to do in the day, but I also look at the little things like brushing my teeth, making my bed, walking my dog, having breakfast, having lunch, having dinner. I look at those little moments and I see how can I maximize those. For instance, if I'm really trying to listen to affirmations every single day, but it's just hard to, I forget every single time. You take a shower every single day? I hope you do. But when you're taking your shower, you put your affirmations on really loud and you repeat them while you're in the shower. You're doing two things at once, but you're also kind of forming this new habit, including affirmations on something that you were already going to do. It's one of my favorite things in the world. I've recently just gotten into like fantasy novels and everything like that. And usually on my walks with Benji, I don't listen to anything because I don't want to listen to super loud music and not be aware of my surroundings, but I can listen to an Audible because it's not music or anything. It's just a voice. I can still hear it. And I have found I have been reading or listening and flying through books so much easier. And one of my goals is to read 10 pages of a book a day. And I find it so much easier when listening to it on my walks, because I walk my dog 3 times a day. I'm flying through those 10 pages and it makes me feel so fulfilled. Second thing with productivity that I have found myself doing a lot more, and when I was first starting off my glow up journey, and I didn't have the most money in the world, this kind of seemed far off for me, but I eventually had to give up something for me to be more productive. And this is outsourcing. Outsourcing will be so incredible to your glow up journey and maximizing your time. Basically, what I've done is I have outsourced the tasks that are either annoying to me, take up too much of my time, and just cause me a mental ache. For me personally, those things are cooking, laundry, and cleaning my house. They were such annoying tasks for me. If you truly love to cook, then this isn't gonna be a thing for you. But personally, I've outsourced cooking. I do meal preps. I use Factor, or I use Eat Clean Bro, whatever it might be. I don't wanna think about my meals for the day. I don't have time in the day to do that. I don't have time in my day to be cooking and I don't like it. No, it's not for me. Also outsourced my laundry, taking it to a wash and fold. But laundry just piles up, and I would rather take my Sundays or whatever day of the week to rest. I will outsource that. And I've also outsourced deep cleaning at my home. But honestly, it has been such a weight off of my shoulders to have someone come in either before I leave for a trip or at the beginning and the end of the month and just deep clean my space. This feeling, the mental clarity I get when I walk into my space and my space is clean, outsourcing has saved me so much time. Now, outsourcing does take money, but I do highly implore you to set aside part of your budget to outsource something, just something, however big or however small. I promise you, it will be amazing to exit your lazy girl era. Third thing I'm going to mention is time blocking. Time blocking has been so effective in time management and exiting my lazy girl era for getting the things that I really want to get done during the day. Now, there are a whole bunch of different ways that you can time block your day. I've tried a couple, and I would highly recommend going on YouTube, going on Pinterest, going on Google and typing in time blocking strategies, testing them out and seeing what works for you. I'm gonna share what works for me and what has been working for me for the past couple weeks. I like to break my day up into 1.5 or 2 hour long sprints or blocks. I categorize these blocks as focus blocks, social blocks, admin blocks, and recovery blocks. So I have 4 main blocks in the day. So my focus block, again, this is usually 90 minutes to 2 hours. This is at the start of my day. This is after I've worked out. This is after I've had breakfast. It's a time where my personal energy levels are high, my productivity level is high. So the things that require a high level of energy like that get done immediately in that block at the start of the day. There, I like to insert a little recovery block. This is a great time to exercise, meditation, taking a walk, self-care, intention setting, whatever I need after that focus block. After that, it's usually lunchtime, whatever it might be, depending on the day. And then my second big block is my admin block. Me personally, this is when I send over concept, I look over briefs, I review contracts, send invoices. This is really just the time, because it is post-lunch, that doesn't require any heavy lifting like my focus block, but it's stuff that I can do effectively. My admin block is usually 30 minutes to an hour after lunch. After that, for me personally, I hop right back into a focus block. I find when I kind of ease myself with an admin block, all of a sudden I just get inspired and I want to do another focus block. My energy levels spike back up. Around 3 or 4 p.m., I insert another buffer time of recovery time. And by this point, I've done a lot for the day, just kind of doing it in these sprints. Then I have a social block. This is towards the end of the day. This is the time that I'm FaceTiming friends and family, time when I'm just energetically in this space to talk to people. Maybe your social block looks like the start of the day, because at the end of the day, you don't want to talk to anybody. It's gonna look different for everybody, but I like to design my days and shift my days according to how I feel with those 4 blocks. It lets me categorize certain tasks to include certain places. Like for meetings, I'll usually categorize that in a social block and see where that fits in my day. Heavy lifting like filming and editing where I really need to focus, I'll schedule that in my day. Time blocks, there's like 15 different ways that you can time block your day. That's just the ways that I have found have been working for me lately. Now, I see a whole bunch of productivity vlogs, tips, everything. And one of the things I always see is it's called eliminate distractions. Now, I get it. That is important. Eliminating distractions, focusing on what you want to do. I don't know if my brain just I hate when things are taken away from me. It almost seems like punishment. It makes me not even want to do the thing because you're punishing me. Instead, I like to reframe distractions as reward. Maybe you find that you are quote unquote unmotivated, lazy because you're always scrolling on your phone. Instead of eliminating distractions, you need to take scrolling on your phone, social media as a reward. Maybe you really want to enter this healthy girl era, but you find you just have late night snacks every single night and it's just getting in the way of your health and fitness goals. Instead of eliminating that, see it as a reward. See it as, if I work out this morning, I'm gonna find a kind of healthier late night snack, and I'm still gonna have my late night snack if I work out. I'm just gonna make it a healthy late night snack, but it's tied to if I work out. I'm using it as a reward. Again, you're gonna see a whole bunch of things that say eliminate distractions. That's fine, that might work for you, but that feels like a punishment to me and it makes me not wanna do it. Instead, I feel like you should use your distractions as motivation, reframing it and tying it to an action that you actually want to build. I know I don't have to tell you this. I know it's probably been drilled into you, but I'm just gonna get it out of the way. Forming a morning and/or a nighttime routine will be so essential to exiting your lazy girl era, for time management, and for your glow up journey in general. Does your morning routine have to be a 20-step routine at 5:30 in the morning? No, it does not. Again, remember what I said about mindset shifts, playing into actually how you operate and what feels good for you. For me personally, when I first started off my glow up journey, when I was in a really, really low place, I would meditate every single morning. It really got me through. Nowadays, I just don't find it beneficial. It's really, really hard for me to stick to. And anything that's really hard for me to stick to, I know it's because I don't want to do it. But I did see the result of meditation. So instead of kind of getting down on myself, I'm not meditating, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, I see all of these morning routine girlies and they're all meditating in the morning. I said, how can I reframe this? Meditating makes me feel like I can take on the day. It makes me so much more peaceful and calm, and it neutralizes me. For me, I personally found that including affirmations into my routine gives the same effect that meditation was giving me. I say that all to say is your routine is going to look different than the next person. In essence, a routine will make you feel safe. It will give you something to look forward to. It will provide you a baseline because your day is going to be crazy. Your day is going to be busy, but with a routine, you know what to expect. You know what works for you. You know how to get yourself back to baseline. You know how to start your day on a high note. You know how to end your day on a peaceful note. You know what to do, and that will inherently make you feel safe. And that emotion of safeness is so addicting that you are going to want to stick to it and actually look forward to it. I actually feel very off kilter when my routine is off, when I can't wake up early in the morning, when I can't take my vitamins, when I can't do my affirmations, when I can't go to the gym. I feel very off. So instead of dreading it and seeing it as boring, I get really excited including different gym outfits when I'm going to the gym. I get really excited about picking a new affirmations podcast to listen on the way to the gym. I get really excited when I make my bed in the morning because it just signals to my brain that I got something done first thing in the morning. I started romanticizing my routine, listening to music as I did it, like I'm in a movie. Little things like that just made me feel like my routine was essential for setting my day up for success. So in an effort not to overwhelm you, those are my top 5 that I've actually seen work in my personal every single day life that I hope are things that you can do today or start tomorrow to set you on the right path to exiting your lazy girl era. Leave a comment below if you have any more questions about productivity, or maybe things that you have found to exit your lazy girl era, or an amazing productivity that you learned that has really impacted your life. Even just watching a video like this, you are trying your best, and I know you want it for yourself so bad. I want it for you so badly. That is precisely why you are going to be successful, healthy, productive, and motivated woman that I know that you are. I want to thank you so much for watching this video, for supporting this community. It means the world that you made it towards the end. Again, don't forget to subscribe, join the family, like this video. It tells the algorithm it is a good video and tells other women just like you on their glow up journey. And go ahead and comment something down below. I will see you in the next video. Bye, girl.
I bet if I give all my love, then nothing's gonna tear us apart.